Caitlin B, and today I'm going to be sharing my ultimate under eye survival guide. I'm sharing all my secrets on the miracle product that I use, the lifestyle and diet changes that I implemented, as well as the one procedure that I absolutely swear by. Ever since I started my online YouTube journey of posting videos here since I was 16 years old, I've gotten so many comments from strangers commenting on how bad and apparent my under eye circles and my dark circles were, which is super great to hear, especially when you're a self-conscious high schooler. Fast forwarding to today, I have learned so many different tips and hacks on how to help my under eyes because trust me, I feel you if you deal with them as well. I know they absolutely suck. So I want to start off by giving you guys a brief history of my experience with them, where mine come from, and then dive into the products that I use, the lifestyle and diet changes I made, as well as the one procedure that I do as well. I've actually partnered with Color Science today on this video, which is the brand behind my holy grail product that I cannot wait to share with you guys because it's actually a very new product. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have not heard of it yet, and I'm really excited to show you guys how I use it, how long I've been using it, and just kind of the short-term and long-term effects of that as well. Also, of course, if you guys find this video helpful at all, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot. So give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and let's get on into it. If you've watched my videos since the beginning and you are an OG viewer, then I'm sure you know that I have suffered with under eye bags as well as dark circles my entire life. I would say the majority of us have under eye circles. We just all fall under, a different area of the spectrum. Some of us just get them when we're really tired, and some of us just get it during allergy season, and then some of us have, all the way to really hereditary, harsh under eye bags, and it's actually called an abnormality. I just want you guys to know and realize that you are not alone in this. I know, especially if you're younger, in high school, middle school, it can seem like you're the only one dealing with this, especially because those are the times I feel like you are the most insecure, just with all the changes that are happening and everything. So I just want you to know that I've completely felt your pain, and I still experience this as well, but just as growing up and getting older, I've kind of learned to deal with them and accept, some of my flaws as well, and also find different ways of dealing with them. So I really just want to help you guys out because I know it can be such a big insecurity, and I 100% feel your pain. So for me, my under eye circles and my puffiness actually are really hereditary. They come from my mom's side of the family. I would say pretty much everyone on her side of the family suffers from really harsh under eye bags. So I mean, I've had them since I was a baby, and they've just gotten, progressed and gotten worse during different periods of my life. I also have seasonal allergies, so during those certain months, they get extra puffy and my eyes get watery, which does not help. But for the most part, they would be very apparent for me no matter what I tried to do to hide them. I cannot tell you the number of times that not only my friends, but strangers and classmates would go up to me and ask me if I got any sleep that night, or if I was just crying because my under eye circles were so big. And obviously those comments did not help me feel confident by any means, so I would just resort to saying yes, I didn't get much sleep, or yes, I am sad, or something, just to have an excuse for why my bags were so big, because I was so embarrassed that it was just hereditary. So let's get on into my holy grail product because I am dying to share it with you guys. If you are looking for the most immediate solution to either your dark circles or your under eye puffiness, then this is definitely going to be your best bet. For me, this is the Color Science Total Eye 3-in-1 Renewal Therapy with SPF 35. So I'm sure your burning question is, what the heck is this thing, and why do I prefer it over everything I've tried in the past? As it says in the name, this is a 3-in-1 product, meaning it addresses not only your under eye puffiness, which I mean a lot of us experience, but it also brightens and corrects your dark circles, as well as diminishes your fine lines and wrinkles by hydrating that area. It also has a mineral sunscreen of SPF 35 in it, which is definitely a must-have for an eye product that you're going to be wearing during the day. Your eye area is the thinnest and most delicate area around your face, so you definitely want to make sure that you're protecting it every single day. Let me just give you guys a little insight onto what I used to do at one point in my life in high school. This used to be my under eye routine. First, I would use one of those depuffing rollers under my eyes for about 2 minutes. I would follow that up with an eye cream, a salmon colored concealer, then I'd put on my foundation, Then I would put on a light concealer that was a couple shades lighter, and then I would top that off with a brightening powder. I am dead serious. This used to be my routine for a long time, and not only did that take me so long, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, shooketh because who would spend that much time, especially in high school, but that's how insecure I was. Sometimes I would even put another shade lighter of concealer like under the actual shadow part of my under eye circle, just so that it was like creating kind of the illusion that it was the same color, you know, so like the shadow evened out. It was a lot. So that's why I am so grateful for a 3-in-1 product, because it addresses those concerns and like what I was trying to do back then with my routine. That is why I prefer this, and I am just blown away with the results of using this over the past couple of months. But being someone who has tried so many products out there, like I get it. The claims look great on paper, but really it comes down to, does it actually work in person? Does it give me those immediate results? Does it give me some long-term results as well? And for me, this has actually delivered, and that's why I tried this out long before I accepted doing this partnership, because I wanted to make sure this actually worked for me and I was actually seeing results from it. So I want to show you guys exactly how I apply this so you guys can see for yourselves. So here's my face with no under eye products. I do have some discoloration, which makes me look tired even when I am not. I usually dispense about half a pump for both eyes, but I totally was not paying attention here and I did a full pump, which was way too much. But I like to dot it under both of my eyes and use the cooling metal applicator to smooth the product along not only my under eyes, but also onto my lids and under my brow. The benefits of this product go for the entire eye, so that's why I like to utilize that as much as possible. Then I will take my fingertip and gently pat the remaining product into my skin. As you guys can see, the before and after of just using this product is pretty crazy. I instantly look way more awake. The formula is a peach tone, so if you guys think back to the color wheel, peach is opposite from the color wheel from those dark pigments that you're experiencing on your eyes, instead of just having a lighter concealer, which will definitely brighten, but it doesn't address those concerns. This product retails for $69 and you can access it through the link in the description box below. You can purchase it online. I also have a coupon code for you guys, so when you're checking out, you can apply Total Eye CB, and then you will get a free mascara with your purchase, which is pretty cool. This stuff is actually also great. I use this under my eyes just because I have lash extensions, so I don't put mascara up there, but I really like how big the bristles are. You can see, hopefully you can see how big the bristles are, but I love it. And the formula is also great. It's not drying or doesn't like give you those spiral lashes, which are not cute. I will say the $69 may be like a steep price to some of you off the bat, but keep in mind this is a 3-in-1 product. Also, a really small amount goes a long way when trying to deal with your under eye situation. You may have skipped over just how much your diet and lifestyle choices take into account on your skin, especially your bags. I would say in college, my under eye bags were definitely at their worst because I was doing everything wrong when it came to diet and lifestyle. So first, let's talk about drinking water. I feel like every problem that we experience on a day-to-day basis can be solved by drinking more water. When it comes to under eye bags, water helps flush out the toxin from our system, and it will reduce the sodium retention that we experience, especially in our face and under our eyes. It also just helps clear your skin and make yourself more glowy in general, so I cannot stress enough how important it is to have a big glass of water by you at all times. The second biggest thing I changed was my drinking habits in terms of alcohol consumption. When I was in college, obviously I was in, you know, kind of the more party scene. Alcohol is just like sucking the hydration out of your skin, which can lead to wrinkles. If you already have under eye bags like I had, it'll suck out the hydration in them already, making them look 10 times worse. Not actually 10 times worse, I'm just saying like they're gonna look worse. But once I got older and kind of over the party scene, I definitely saw how much better my under eyes looked just by omitting alcohol on a consistent basis. Number 3, you are what you eat. You've been also told this so many times, especially by me, but when it comes to your under eyes, like, holy crap, they show what you eat. Obviously, foods excessively high in sodium causes you to retain excess body fluid, which you're going to see very apparently in your face. You know, you may seem like you're puffy the next day, or why am I bloated the next day, or especially my under eyes, like why are they raging today? Think back to what you ate yesterday. Number 4 is, are you getting consistent sleep? This was also something I experienced in high school. I would wake up so early. I still don't know why I woke up at 5:30 in the morning just to go to high school, but probably because my under eye routine took forever. But college is just the worst for this. If your diet is on point, if you're drinking enough water, that's amazing, but are you getting enough sleep? And this is something that I feel like most of us immediately think of, but I still wanted to include it just because some of us may be like, oh, yeah, that's why my bags have been looking extra bad lately. But just know, you know, there are other things like this and your food that can definitely help ease the raging bags just a little bit. Also, number 5, just want to throw this in here last minute, but you may also have allergies. Something that I didn't know for a long time was that I was suffering from allergies and I had no idea. Whenever the seasons change, I would obviously get really swollen. I would get like a scratchy throat. My eyes would be super watery, and yes, those are really common symptoms, but I just thought that I had a cold or a sinus infection because I got those so often and the symptoms kind of overlap. It wasn't until I was in like early college that my ENT discovered that I did have allergies. So I definitely got some medication to help me with that, and that also helped those symptoms subside so much. And the last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about a little bit more in depth here is under eye fillers. I want to say I first got under eye fillers about a year and a half ago, almost a year and a half ago, and since then I've gotten them 2 more times. The last time that I got them done was last week, and I'm going to be taking you guys along with me while I'm getting it done in this video. Now, this is a procedure, and I just cannot stress enough that this is not for everyone, and I don't want any of you to think that I am preaching that you should be getting under eye fillers or any kind of fillers or anything done to fix your insecurities in general, because you are so beautiful and you are more than your insecurities or your flaws or whatever you think that you have. We all have something that we're, you know, not happy with, but I definitely think, especially when we're young, those insecurities and flaws seem like way more important than they actually are. And as you get older, a lot of us just kind of get over those little things and learn to accept them. But the reason I ultimately wanted to bring this up into a discussion, and especially in a video, is because I really haven't seen it talked about that much on YouTube. When I was thinking about getting it done, even in high school, I started looking it up and doing a lot of my research then until now. I really hadn't seen anyone, especially like my age, getting them done. I had no one in my personal life to turn to. I was so scared and just had no idea what to expect. So last week I had an appointment with Dr. Barrett, and this was my first time seeing him. So I'm so happy that he wanted to partner with me and just like share this experience with you guys on camera, because I truly believe this could help someone out there. I do want to throw out a warning right here that if you are sensitive to needles, if you are, you know, get a little queasy about seeing a needle go into my eye, by any means, please do not feel like you have to watch this video. You can click out at this moment. There isn't any blood showing or anything, but there is a needle going into my skin right here. So if that makes you a little bit uncomfortable, do not worry. You can, you know, check out any of my other videos. I will put them in the info bar above. So when I got to Dr. Barrett's, we first chatted about why I was coming in, my history with my dark circles, and pretty much just had a little consultation so that we were both on the same page.
So part of what I do for all of my facial analysis prior to doing fillers, I have all my patients remove the makeup. So again, she looks great with or without makeup, but I want to point out to you, you can see more clearly underneath the eyes. There's these little dark circles, and there's a volume deficiency, and there's also a little pigmentation issue. So we want to try to correct both of those today with the Radiesse. So we're going to fill a little bit into the groove, but also into the cheek volume to actually efface the lower portion so that you get a little boost from below.
Okay.
Okay?
Great.
All right, so we're going to continue to ice.
Okay.
Right on this spot right here.
We first took off any makeup that I had under my eyes just so that he could see clearly what my under eye circle situation was. Then they applied a numbing cream on me for about 10 minutes so that I wouldn't feel anything during the actual procedure. This isn't always done. I want to note that because in the past I have gotten under eye fillers twice before and they did not do this step, and I highly recommend it because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't feel a thing. I also held ice packs to the area to extra numb the area, and they took a before picture so that we could see a clear side by side at the end. And now on to business. So Dr. Barrett is now going in with the Radiesse filler under my eyes. I just try to stay super still at this point so that he can concentrate and ensure that the filler goes into all the proper areas. It only took about 3 minutes.
How you feeling?
Fabulous. And then he went on to the other eye to repeat the process. And he also went back to apply a little more under my left eye because it was slightly worse.
I did more on your left side.
Okay.
So you're gonna have some more swelling on that side.
Just ice it or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ice both sides. Take some arnica.
Okay.
Twice a day. Radiesse works by building collagen over the next 5 weeks.
Okay.
That's why it's such a reactive filler and why it causes a lot of swelling in the first few days.
As you can see, I am obsessed with my results.
That shows it before.
That's insane. my god.
Yeah.
I love it. He was actually voted the #1 top injector of 2017, so I knew I was in the best hands. So here's a little before and after of my under eye circles. This was before when I was just in the chair. Obviously the lighting was a little bit worse in the actual room getting it done than it is in this second picture here, but you can see exactly like how much different the under eyes are without any makeup on, which is crazy. I want to answer a couple of your questions that I know I'm going to get a ton, especially for those of you who are really considering this. So what is the time frame that it would take me to actually be getting this done? So in any of my experiences, it's taken about 30 minutes on the low end, or maybe 15 to 30 minutes, to up to an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. And it differs just depending on if this is your first time going in, if you're gonna have to fill out paperwork and have your little consultation beforehand. A little bit more onto the actual filler that I used and what I prefer. This time we actually used Radiesse, which is what my doctor is comfortable with and he recommended for me and what I was looking for. This particular filler actually builds collagen over time, which is what he was saying, because it does cause a little bit more swelling than other fillers in that area, just because it is going to be working with your skin and your body chemistry. But it's actually going to be looking better and better over time because it is building that collagen in that area, which is an opaque substance, which means that the veins and coloring caused by your dark circles is going to be way less apparent. In the past though, the other 2 times I've gotten this done, I've gotten the filler called Restylane. I can't really recommend which is better for you. Sometimes there may be other fillers as well that doctors use. You just kind of have to do your research and talk to your doctor ahead of time on what your goals are and what he's comfortable with. But for me, I can already tell you off the bat that I prefer the Radiesse. How long does this last? It actually lasts up to a year or more. You also may be wondering what the recovery time is like. For me, it's never taken more than like 2 days for my swelling to go down. It's really not even that swollen, but some of us may experience some bruising. This time I did experience some bruising underneath my area, but I will just continue icing it for a few days. But with makeup over top, it's not even really noticeable at all. So you can go about your daily activities, just throw on some makeup and pretty much no one's really gonna notice. How badly does it hurt? With Dr. Barrett, I will be 100% honest, you guys, I did not feel a thing. And that's because they did apply the numbing cream on me for 10 minutes. They also iced my under eyes, and then they also had a numbing agent in the actual syringe. So I'm not even kidding you guys, with all those factors, I did not feel anything. In the past, when I've been injected by a different doctor, they only used the numbing agent that was in the actual syringe. I would ice it for a little bit beforehand, but I would feel the syringe, the needle going in a little bit of movements, which was a little bit uncomfortable, but it was never unbearable. I would say on a pain scale from 1 to 10 without the numbing agents, it was probably a 3. But keep in mind, everyone has a different pain tolerance, so that's why I highly recommend doing your research. And the last thing I want to touch on is the price. It's going to differ depending on where you live and also what doctor you're going to. So again, I just recommend doing your thorough research. I will say out here in LA, I've seen it usually range from $700 to $900, which is a hefty price tag, but keep in mind, you guys, it is going to last you a year or more. It's just kind of like that last step resort kind of thing if you're looking for a more long-term solution. All right, babes, so I hope this video helped you guys out. I've been meaning to do this video for so long, and if it did, please give this video a thumbs up to let me know. Leave any questions, comments, concerns, anything that you have for me in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer every single one of you. I would love to start an open discussion about this. Also, I'm gonna list Dr. Barrett's information down in the description box below, as well as his Instagram, because he actually shows step-by-step doing a bunch of different procedures, which is really cool if you're not queasy or anything, but he actually shows my under eye situation as well, and doing step-by-step live when we did that on Instagram. So if you guys want to go check that out, show him some love, I'll definitely link his accounts and his website as well, because he is the best that I have ever been to, and I'm not even just saying that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you guys want me to do another beauty hacks video in the future. If you guys have any suggestions for that, let me know in the comments below. But I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next one.